Hi, my name is Satya, and in this video, I'm going to explain one of the most important types of puzzles that often comes in various entrance examinations, and these are known as the comparison puzzles. So, what exactly is a comparison puzzle? Well, in such type of puzzles, you are given a set of items, generally people, who have to be arranged according to some characteristic. So, supposing I want to arrange people in the ascending order, which means from the smallest to the largest, or in the descending order, that means from the largest to the smallest, then I can use different criteria such as their height, their weight, or their rank in a particular examination, or their score to arrange them. So, in what ways can the clues be given for such examples? Well, let's see how the clues are given and what are the different ways in which we can represent them. Now, supposing it is said that A is taller than B, then obviously we can use the mathematical symbols of A is greater than B to represent them. But sometimes people get confused with such symbols. So, in such case, I can always draw A is taller than B, where I literally draw the letter A taller than B, which shows to me in a graphical way that A is obviously taller than B. Now, my second clue says that B is shorter than C. Now, having combined these two statements that A is taller than B and B is shorter than C, can I answer the question who is the tallest? Well, one way of drawing this would be that A is taller than B and B is shorter than C. So, as you can see from this representation, A is the tallest. However, there is another way in which this may be done. I can say that A is taller than B and B is shorter than C. In this representation, C happens to be the tallest. There's a third possibility that A is taller than B and B is shorter than C, but C and A are the same in height. So, as you can see, although I can clearly indicate that the shortest person in this group is B, it is not clear whether it is A who is the tallest one or C who is the tallest one, or whether both C and A jointly happen to be the tallest in the group. So, in such examples, you have to be mindful of the fact that it is possible that one is less than the other, or one is greater than the other, or the two quantities are equal to each other. We cannot naturally make an assumption that one is definitely taller or shorter than the other if it is not explicitly given. I hope you understand that it is possible that there are three different relationships in terms of comparison between two entities. I repeat, one could be greater than the other, one could be lesser than the other, or one could be equal to the other. Now, let us take a look at a few examples to see how such things can be solved. Now, for the very first example, the data given says that Arti is taller than Sanya. So Arti is taller than Sanya is represented like this. It says Muskan is elder than Arti. So Muskan is elder than Arti but younger than Kashish. So Muskan is younger than Kashish. Kashish is elder than Sanya, but from the diagram it is apparent that this is already established, so I do not require the third statement. Sanya is younger than Muskan. Again, the fact that Sanya is younger than Muskan is already established, so even the fourth statement is not required. And the final one says Gargi is the eldest, which means Gargi is the biggest one. So I have Gargi being greater than Kashish, greater than Muskan, greater than Arti, greater than Sanya. So from the oldest to the youngest, we have G, K, M, A, S. And we have also seen that the third and the fourth statements are not necessary to solve this puzzle. So any question that comes from this set can very easily be answered. Let's just remember G, K, M, A, S. So the very first question which is to be solved. Let's take a look at the questions which can be asked in this particular case. So we have seen that G, K, M, A, S was the order. So the youngest one is obviously Sanya in this particular case. GKMAS. Age wise, who is in the middle? The answer is Muskan. For the next question, if it is asked, which of the following statements is or are superfluous? Superfluous means extra and unnecessary. So we have already seen that we did not need statements 3 and 4. So option D is the answer to this question. Now let's take another example. A, B, C, D, and E are five friends. It is given that A is shorter than B but taller than E. C is the tallest. D is shorter than B but taller than A. So now we have the sequence C, B, D, A, E. Who has two persons taller and two persons shorter? That means who is in the middle? The answer clearly here is D. Five children were administered psychological tests to know their intellectual level. In the report, psychologists pointed out that child A is less intelligent than child B. Child C is less intelligent than child D. Child B is less intelligent than child C. So if B is less than C, then we arrange them like this. And finally, child A is more intelligent than child E. So from the least to the greatest, we have E, A, B, C, D. And the answer to the question, which child is the most intelligent, is obviously option D. Now you can pause this video and try to solve the question on your own. Once you have derived the answer, you may again run this video to check your solution. It's given that there were four dolls of different heights, A, B, C, D. D is not neither as tall as A nor as short as C. B is shorter than D but taller than C. So if Money wants to purchase the tallest doll, she should obviously go with doll A. It is given that if P is taller than Q, R is shorter than P. So here I don't know R's relation with Q. The only thing I know is R is shorter than P. So R could be between P and Q, or R could even be lesser than Q. S is taller than T but shorter than Q. So S is taller than T but shorter than Q. So here I do not know where R lies in relation with Q, S, and T. Luckily, the question only asks who is the tallest. So for this, the tallest person is obviously P. In an exam, Raj got more marks than Mukesh, but not as many as Priya. Priya got more marks than Gaurav and Kavita. So Priya obviously has more than Gaurav and Kavita. So I do not know Gaurav and Kavita where they lie as of now. It says Gaurav got less marks than Mukesh. So Gaurav is less than Mukesh. But his marks are not the lowest. Now the only person left is Kavita, and if Gaurav is not the lowest, Kavita has to be the lowest. So in this case, who is second in the descending order of marks? The answer is Raj. Daksh is taller than Manick, but not as tall as Rohan. Somesh is shorter than Daksh. So I know Somesh is shorter than Daksh, but taller than Farhan. Now, it is possible that Daksh is taller than Manik, but not as taller than Rohan. Somesh is shorter than Daksh, but taller than Farhan, makes Farhan the shortest one. Or alternatively, Daksh is taller than Manik, but not as tall as Rohan. Somesh is shorter than Daksh, but taller than Farhan. So it's quite possible that even Manik can be the shortest. So because I do not know how to arrange the last few people, the answer in this case clearly is cannot be determined. It is given that Garima is taller than Sarita but not taller than Reena. Reena and Tanya are of the same height, and Garima is shorter than Anu. So here Anu is taller than Garima, but Anu I do not know how she is placed with R and T. So Anu can be anywhere in this region. Fortunately, the question simply asks who is the shortest. If it was who is the tallest, I don't know. But the shortest one is definitely Sarita in this particular group. So these were some of the examples of comparison, one of the easiest type of puzzles which can be solved. Go through as many comparison puzzles as you can and you will quickly get a hang of them. These are sitter questions in the examinations and with a little bit practice you will always get the right answer. Wish you all the best. Have a good day.